so a delivery van just stopped outside, and I quickly realized why I should not be left alone with the internet at 2 a.m. This box is my early morning little order, and I have a special device in order to open it up with. The new Parkside pocket knife, which probably won't be sold in London anytime soon. I really don't think that Lidl want that kind of publicity. So let's see what I'm spending my YouTube earnings on. First up, I got another set of these Parkside pliers. The ones I got a couple of months ago are doing fine, and that's the reason why I bought them again. I just want to have a spare set in case they get discontinued, because the price to performance on these is just off the charts. I got some spare lenses for my Parkside welding helmet, because I already managed to ruin the original ones. Within like 8 to 10 hours of mostly flux core welding, the front lens is almost completely blurry. Please do let me know if that is somewhat normal or is it my fault. As for the price, I think this entire set was €6. I also got a grinding bit set for my 12-volt Parkside rotary tool, mainly because these were a lot cheaper than anything else I could find. Around €2 for these, I think. Can't even get a horrible McDonald's burger at that price anymore. Now, speaking of cheap, I think these top the charts. Flux core welding wire. One is 0.9 and the other is 1mm. These were €5 each. And that's about 3 times lower than what I paid for one of these from a different brand. So these were 450 grams, which means that they should probably fit in any DIY welding machine that works with flux core wire. Back to a €2 purchase, we have some spare blades for my deburring tool. Not a lot to say about these other than they get the job done. Have a guess at how much I paid for these down in the comments, because for that price I thought I would get just a photo of some pruning shears. But no, here they are. They have a nice lock and unlock function, and they feel sturdy enough for some light garden work. You can use them for cuts that are up to 10mm in diameter. However, if you're not trying to go after some big branches, you can make them fit your hand nicely. Not sure they're sturdy enough for 1cm cuts, but for €2, I think I'll find a use for them. For €5, I got this 2-pack of locking pliers. They did look bigger in the photos, but I don't know what I was expecting for €2.50 per piece. They do feel sturdy enough, and for sure they will come in handy for some of the future welding videos. I am planning to test the Parkside flux corded wire against a more expensive brand after all, so make sure to subscribe in order not to miss that. And while you're there, you may as well like the video as well. €4 for a pack of 4 mini welding magnets. To be fair, I was not expecting them to be so mini. Had they been smaller, I would have needed a microscope. But they will come in handy for sure. They feel strong, and with that size they will be a good fit for some tight spaces. But please be aware they look somewhat bigger on video. In reality, they are tiny. So that was everything in this box, but a couple of words about the Parkside pocket knife. Quite honestly, even at €4, it is really basic. The handle is just plastic, no metal reinforcement to speak of. But it is somewhat sharpish. It is probably the ultimate Parkside Fan Edition item, best suited for unboxing your little orders. Now let's talk about the other box that arrived today. This one is from Hychika. Full disclosure, I did not pay for any of the items in the box. They contacted me regarding featuring their tools, and they were entirely open to a completely honest review process. The time for that will come, but let's have our first look at what they sent over. First up, we have a 220-volt corded jigsaw. Also included in the box are an assortment of blades. The base of the jigsaw can be made to tilt, so we are off to a good start there. Also, we have some settings for orbital action, and we have 6 speed settings. Now that I've plugged it in, sounds like it's working fine to me, because as you may remember from this video, I am somewhat of a woodworking specialist. And how do you feel about this one? They included on-tool blade storage space. Now let's check out the angle grinder. Hold on a second, nearly missed this. This was in the jigsaw box. I looked this up, and there is a post from 2021 which does say that Hychika are supporting a Formula student team. I do think this is absolutely brilliant, and I hope this is still the case. Now back to the angle grinder. In the box you get a charger, a handle for the grinder, as well as some discs and a guard. An important note here, this angle grinder takes 115mm discs, not 125mm like most of the other cordless grinders. And finally, you get a 4-amp battery as well. And this is very important for me, you get a physical on and off switch. It does not have any speed settings, just a power on switch and an RPM rating of 8,500. But I do have high hopes for it. We'll find out if it's any good soon enough. By the end of the week, I had a couple of spare euros left, and probably because I misread the name and thought it was funny, I got this. A basic torch, which, looking at the company website, should be professional grade. It says aircraft aluminium, after all. It uses a replaceable AA battery and it actually comes with it. All that you have to do to make it functional is to unscrew the back and remove this piece of non-conductive material from the back of the battery. Not bad at all actually, but the zoom feature is more of a gimmick, because it is really flimsy. However, as an inexpensive torch, it's not too bad actually. I do hope you enjoyed the video and I would love to know what you think of my purchases.